Hi there, friend. My name is Betsy, and I am going to be your Essential Oils 101 teacher today. I'm a doTERRA Essential Oils consultant, and I'm so happy you're here. So first of all, I know sometimes we can have some distractions, things going on, multitasking. I really encourage you to just lean into this class, to shut off all their distractions, and to even grab a piece of paper and a pen um, to take some notes. Because let me tell you, what I'm going to tell you today, some of the things might be new to you. Maybe you've heard them before, but I'm going to teach them to you in a different way. I'm going to teach you how to use our doTERRA essential oils, why doTERRA is what I chose to use and still choose to use, and a little bit about our business opportunity. And I want you to stick with me all the way to the end because I have a special gift for you. So let's get started. Welcome to 101. And first things first, I want you to think about what brought you here. What made you click on this video? What brought you to wonder about essential oils? What brought you to wonder about doTERRA? What would you like to improve about your health? And I want you to just kind of bring yourself to that question and what brings you here today. So as you're thinking about that, I want you to think about this like you have so many choices that you make every single day, don't you? Sometimes it's almost overwhelming. You can get anxiety over too many choices, but today you just have a clear-cut choice. You can continue on the path you've been going on. So picture this kind of Broadway over here. And you can just keep going that way. You kind of already know what's on that road, though, don't you? You already know that whatever brought you to the class today is more of that on that road. But then you can see over here to the left. And where does that road go? Where does it lead? Well, I hope that you will come with me. I invite you to come with me today to explore a little bit this left-hand branch in the road, okay? Essential oils aren't a traditional way that many of us grew up taking care of ourselves with essential oils. This is something that's kind of exploded in the last couple of years, and many people are starting to use essential oils now, but it's still kind of the lesser trodden pathway. And so I'm going to be here as your teacher, as your guide along this pathway today, and I want to teach you some things, some simple practical tips, some demonstrations, so stick with me, and I'm going to show you more about our doTERRA essential oils. So first things first, who am I? Who am I to be teaching this class to you? Well, who I am, I'm a doTERRA consultant, and I help stressed out and chronically ill women, maybe someone about like you, to get healthier physically and emotionally. Through the oils and the doTERRA products, they can become empowered to take better care of themselves with all natural products. The essential oils are completely natural from doTERRA, right in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere, do anything to use these. They're shipped right to you. Through our business opportunity, these same women can gain self-confidence and reclaim their sense of self-worth. I would love to share my journey with you if you're open. Are you open to that? If you are, give me some comments, give me some reactions. I'd love to know what you would like to learn from me today. I got into using the doTERRA products because I had run out of options for my health challenges. I had no options left. But when I tried doTERRA and the products worked and they helped me get healthier physically and emotionally, I knew that I had to turn around and share them with other people like me who were stuck in that cycle of chronic illness and stuck in that cycle of emotional darkness. So I knew I had to share them. And I found so much fulfillment and joy in helping others who struggle with these same types of issues. So now through the doTERRA business opportunity, I help women like you find your sense of self-worth. Maybe you lost it somewhere along the way, or maybe you need to regain it. I help you gain self-confidence, and it is so deeply fulfilling when we are helping others who are on their own journey, and it helps us make sense of our own story. So that's me. Again, my name's Betsy from EssentialOilsWithBetsy.com, and I am your essential oils teacher today. So let's get started. So you've met me. Now let's meet the essential oils. What are essential oils anyway? Maybe you're brand new to this and you don't even know what an essential oil is. Maybe you're like me, where you have run out of options and you are just exploring you're Googling, you're doing everything you can to find answers. And my heart hurts for you, but I have answers too that have helped me, and I can't wait to help you today. So essential oils, they're naturally occurring, they're volatile, and they're easily used by the body. And what does that mean? Well, they come from plants. Okay, so maybe they come from the bark of a tree, maybe they come from the root of a plant, maybe they come from the flower. Some of our essential oils, like you see our citrus oils here, they come from the rind of the fruit. So they're all natural and they're very safe to use. What's this big word mean? Volatile. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're violent. It doesn't mean your essential oils are going to start attacking you. It just means that they are easily absorbed through the skin. So what that means for you and me is they work quickly. And sometimes we need that action right away, don't we? And they're easily used by your body. So once they're absorbed into your skin, then they're brought through your bloodstream, and just within seconds and minutes, you can feel the effects of the essential oil through your whole body. It's pretty cool stuff. So how can we use essential oils? What are they good for? Well, first of all, very obvious, they have health benefits. You can use them to cleanse the air, improve your mood. You can use them with massage. That's a very effective way to help manage some of these issues. You can use them to flavor foods. They're good for non-toxic cleaning. Now, that's a really big one, I know, for me as a mom, and also with my own issues. I did not want to be exposed to toxic cleaning products any longer. And guess what? You can make all your own cleaning products with just essential oils and a few household products like baking soda and vinegar, and you are good to go. We also have some spa products that have the essential oils in them, so you can get the benefits through that. And they eliminate odors. And let me tell you, as a mom, when I got into doTERRA, I had a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old. And my 6-month-old had reflux. So we had a lot of odors. And I started diffusing the lemon, I started diffusing the Purify, and let me tell you, it made all the difference. Our house started smelling good again. Got rid of some of those stinky baby odors. So how can you use essential oils? There are 3 ways to use them, and they are aromatic, which you can see this girl over here. She's smelling them. That's aromatic. And then we have topical, which means that you're putting it on your skin. And then we have this little capsule that has some essential oils in it. It's one of our supplements called Adaptive, and that's one way to use essential oils internally. So how about this? How about I show you a quick demonstration of those 3 ways to use essential oils? How about that? Okay, so first things first, we have aromatic, and you can just open the bottle and smell your essential oil. And this is lemon. It's a mood-lifting essential oil. And that's one really easy way to use it. You just smell it. But we have essential oil diffusers, and what they do is they help bring the aroma through the air. This is one of the most effective and easiest ways to use essential oils. I love that I can turn on my diffuser and it just runs in the background. So I'm going to go to, actually, I'm just going to show you, and then on the next slide, I'll show you again in case you can't see very well. So our essential oils diffusers, this one is obviously not filled because I want to show you this little, see that little red dot? So that is the fill line. I get this question, like, how do I use a diffuser? Well, I'm breaking these basics down for you. You never have to feel like this is too basic of a question to ask Betsy. I am so here for you. I get it. Okay, so you're going to just fill with tap water right to this line. And then I have an essential oil diffuser over here that's actually filled, so I can walk you through the process without getting water on my computer, because that would be crazy, right? Okay, so I have this one here that's already filled and plugged in. And once you have your water in, all you're going to do is then you'll add your essential oil. So I'm just going to set this down here for a second. And I have some of our On Guard essential oil, okay? And then you just open the cap, obviously. And then I like to just use about 5 drops. And just put that right in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that's all you do. And then you're just going to put your lid right back on. Okay. So I've got my lid here. Okay, and then right in the front of our diffusers, let's see, there we go. You're just going to go ahead and you're going to turn it on. Okay, and then that puts out a mist right there, and that disperses that aroma through the air. And those aromatic compounds, they don't just smell good, but they have amazing health benefits for us. So now I'm going to zoom back into my slides here, and then we're going to go here. So here's what I was talking about. And I wanted to show you that fill line so that you could know easily this is exactly how you fill essential oil diffuser. So it's very simple. Add water, add your essential oils, turn on, and enjoy. And most of our doTERRA diffusers will run anywhere from 3 to 10 hours. So you can get a ton of benefit out of very little oil, very economical, very user-friendly, and very much awesome benefits. Okay. So the On Guard essential oil that I was diffusing, I wanted to talk a little bit about that because that's a concern, isn't it? Our On Guard blend, what that does for you is it's an immune supportive blend of essential oils. And I suggest that you diffuse it daily. It's the easiest way to use it, and you're just going to support your body, support your natural immune defenses, and give your body a great boost when you're using our On Guard essential oil. And the easiest way is just to diffuse it. We love to diffuse it in the morning as the family is getting ready for the day, and we're all just breathing in those aromatic compounds. They're going down through our respiratory tract into our whole body, and it works great, and it smells amazing. This aroma of On Guard is kind of like fall. You know, those beautiful, the cinnamon and kind of spicy kind of aromas. It's delicious. Okay, so let's go on. So how do essential oils work anyway? So you see this little girl, and she's smelling a flower. Well, like I said earlier in the class, essential oils, they're natural. They come from plants. So this flower that she's smelling, that aroma she's smelling is the essential oil. So see, you were using essential oils your whole life and you didn't even know it. Every time you smelled a beautiful bouquet at the store, every time you opened up the rind of an orange and smelled that beautiful aroma, you were using essential oil. So you're already a pro, right? Okay, so let's go on here. So scent travels through your olfactory system, which is a fancy way of saying your nose. And then what happens? Let me move myself back over here. So what happens is the fragrance enters your nasal passages, and it travels up until it reaches the olfactory bulb, right about in here, right with your brain, okay? And then through the olfactory bulb, the aroma is sent to the limbic system in your brain, and that's where it's processed and can quickly travel and be used throughout your whole body. And one of the coolest things about some of our essential oils, like frankincense, sandalwood, they can cross over the blood-brain barrier, which means that these specific oils can work and help and directly impact your brain. And that is cool, okay? Even if you're not a science nerd like me, that is cool, that you can smell an essential oil and help your brain, okay? So depending on the chemical properties of the essential oil, so those properties come from the plant that it's taken from. So like I mentioned earlier, citrus oils are uplifting. Frankincense is calming. On Guard helps your immune system. Depending on the properties that the essential oil has, it can be relaxing, stimulating, sedative, uplifting, and so on. So what type of benefits would you like to get? Okay, let's keep going here. I hope you're getting lots of tips and information from me today. If you are, give me some love in the comments. I feel like sometimes this is kind of a one-way thing with video, and I really want to hear what you are struggling with, what I can help you with today. So we are going to talk about the benefits of diffusing. As I mentioned, it's the easiest way to use your doTERRA essential oils, and you don't have to be an expert to diffuse. As you saw, it's like 3 minutes to fill, if that, and you're going to cleanse your air, you're going to boost your mood, you're going to support your immune system, helps eliminate those stinky baby odors, It's great for your respiratory system and supporting that. I had a lot of respiratory issues when I started with doTERRA, and our Breathe blend, our eucalyptus, peppermint, those are amazing, and they made all the difference in supporting my respiratory system, and I still use them daily. And they're calming or energizing and get a lot of emotional benefits from them. And that's a whole other class, the emotional benefits of essential oils. So let's keep going here. Diffusing. Overnight is the easiest way to diffuse when you have like young kids that you're trying to help, or even yourself. Maybe you work outside the home, or you're just busy through the day. But when you're diffusing overnight, you're getting those benefits all night long. So we have our Rome diffuser here from doTERRA, and it runs several hours. So while you're sleeping, you can be improving your sleep quality. You can be supporting your immunity. You can have support for any ongoing issues. So like I mentioned, with the respiratory issues, I diffuse my Breathe or eucalyptus. I like to mix it up every single night. And that keeps my respiratory system in a state of health. Okay, and it's great for kids. So I have 2 kids, and my daughter is now, let's see, she's 9, and my son is 8, because my daughter is going to turn 10 in like 2 weeks. So anyway, side note, my daughter never slept through the night, ever. And when we started using doTERRA, she was 2, and I had a 6-month-old, and I was a hot mess, because I was going on like 2 to 3 years, because it wasn't like I slept great when I was pregnant with her either. So I was going on like 3 years of not having quality sleep, and I was a hot mess. And so when she started sleeping through the night, because of the essential oils, because of the relaxing benefit of our Serenity blend, and my 6-month-old started sleeping through the night, let me tell you what a difference that made. Okay, so I am a great fan of diffusing those oils overnight. So here are 2 of my favorites to diffuse. We've already talked a bit about the Breathe, and then we have the lemon, and I told you a little bit about that. And I'm actually going to take my lemon here, and I forgot to do this earlier, so I'm going to show you now. I wanted to show you how you can use lemon internally. So I have a glass of water here, and I have a metal straw. So you don't want to use plastic with essential oils. You just use metal or glass or ceramic. And I'm just going to put 2 drops of my lemon essential oil in there. Stir it around with my straw. Take a big drink. So refreshing. So what does that do for you? Well, it helps detoxify your body. It helps me drink more water because it tastes good. It's energizing. And there are so many great benefits to the lemon. Okay, so I love to diffuse these 2 oils, lemon and Breathe. They're probably my top favorite. And my son, to this day, if I say, what oil should we diffuse? He's just going to be like lemon and Breathe. So I like to put about 5 drops of Breathe and about 3 drops of lemon, and it is a great help to our family. Okay, so let's talk about using essential oils topically. So this is the second way to use essential oils. Again, very user-friendly, very safe, very effective. And as we're going through each of these, I want you to know that there's kind of like when you're diffusing, you're getting the least amount of essential oil. So for maybe like a small baby, like my son, when he was 6 months old and we started, I just diffused. I didn't really use the oils topically unless he had something very specific going on. And that was more than enough for him. So I like to recommend that you start with diffusing. And then if you need more, you can move into topical use. If you need a little bit more, you can move into internal use, which we're going to talk about later on. So stick with me. Okay. So that way you are getting the most effective way at the least dose that you need. Okay. So topical use, let me open up my camera again. I'm going to give you a quick demo. Okay. So we have our oils, like say lemon. That is what can be used, called neat, on an adult like myself. Now for children, you do want to dilute. And we're going to talk about dilution next, so stick with me. And I'm just going to put that right in my hand. Okay, I meant to get a drop, got 2, that's okay. And then as I'm rubbing it on my hands. And now typically I would do the feet, but for the purpose of video, the hands are also very effective, okay? And now that aroma is through the air and I'm feeling uplifted and energized and peppy, and that's how easy it is to use an essential oil topically. Now we do have a lot of what's called a roller bottle, and these are already pre-diluted for you. So again, very beginner friendly. And it has just a metal ball, roller ball at the top, and that you would just rub on your skin, and that's how that disperses the oil over your skin. So that's one of the easiest ways. And you can mix up your own roller bottles. Again, I'm not going to get into that in this class because this is very basic, but just so that you know, you can use that topically. And the roller bottles, where they're so neat that I use them the most is when I'm on the go. Okay, so I keep a whole collection in my purse of the roller bottles. Okay, so like I said, most often on the feet or directly to the area. So say you have a specific concern. Say you have muscle discomfort. We have a wonderful blend called Deep Blue, and we have another blend called Aromatic, and those are our two favorites for muscle discomfort. And in the case of those, you would put it directly on the area of discomfort. So say my back was tired from sitting, then I would put the oil right on my back, okay? So you want to get as close to the area of concern as possible. Okay? So what is dilution? I kind of touched on it for a quick second there. And now, you can use essential oils diluted or neat, depending on the person, depending on their skin type, that type of thing. So I don't have sensitive skin. I use the oils neat quite often. But for anyone that has sensitive skin, for young children, for the elderly, you know, their skin is very thin, you want to always dilute. Okay, so when in doubt, you can just dilute. And it actually makes your essential oils more effective when you dilute because it helps them be absorbed into your skin slower. And so you're going to feel the effects of the oil for a longer amount of time. When you dilute, you can use either fractionated coconut oil, which you see up here on the screen, or you can use, like we have an unscented spa lotion that is made by doTERRA. It's a very specific lotion. It's really light, it's not greasy, and so it's very absorbent. It's made for use with essential oils. So I recommend using one of those too. And one thing you want to know is that the oils feel more powerful at times you really need them. So you saw me use the lemon, and I used it neat on my skin, no big deal. But say I had a tummy issue and I wanted to use the lemon. Well, first of all, my stomach is more sensitive. That's a sensitive skin area, so I would dilute anyway. But also, if I was having a very specific issue, I might feel the oil being sucked into my skin basically a lot quicker, and that could cause a feeling of discomfort. So be aware of that. If you have a major issue going on that you are using the oils for, you might want to also dilute in those cases because your body's going to really latch onto it, it really needs it, and that will slow down the absorption rate. That's all that this carrier oil does because it's fatty, and the essential oil, like we talked about in the beginning, it's volatile. So when you have the fatty carrier oil introduced, it helps slow that down so your body just absorbs it slower, and that's all it needs. We're going to touch on the hot oils in a second, okay? I'm going to show you how to dilute, and then we're going to talk about those hot oils and what is that, okay? So stick with me. And I intended to bring it up, and I did not, and you can picture a kitchen tablespoon, and you're just going to pour about a tablespoon of that fractionated coconut oil or about a tablespoon of the lotion, and you're going to put about 2 to 3 drops of essential oil into that, and that is your carrier. That's a good ratio for kids, for elderly. Now, for someone like myself that doesn't have sensitive skin, that may need a little bit more oil because I do have ongoing issues, I might use up to like 5 drops in that amount. Okay, so you can tweak it according to who you are helping. But this is a basic guideline for dilution: kitchen tablespoon, carrier, and 2 to 3 drops. Okay, and then always dilute in a glass container. Like I showed you, the roller bottles, they're really easy. probably the easiest way to dilute your essential oils. But if you're just in a hurry, or if you have, I know when the kids were young, I like to just have a little bowl of pre-diluted essential oil, just in a little ceramic bowl. And that was so easy to apply just using my hand, because the roller bottle, just maybe it felt cold to them, maybe it was tickled them. My son is very ticklish, but they liked my hands applying the essential oil. So again, essential oils are very customizable to your situation, to your needs, and that's one of the most coolest things about them. Okay, so let's talk about these hot oils. So a hot oil, it is high in a property called phenols, okay? And all that means is they will make your skin be more sensitive. They are very, very useful oils. You do want them in your arsenal. Just dilute them when you use them. So those are cinnamon bark, thyme, oregano, cassia, and clove. So these 5 essential oils always dilute. Whether you have sensitive skin or not, you always dilute these, okay, and heavily dilute them. So like I talked about the tablespoon, you might want 2 tablespoons of carrier and only like 2 drops of oregano, okay? So you really want to heavily dilute these essential oils, and then you won't have any skin sensitivity, and you can enjoy their beautiful effects, okay, and benefits. All right, so if we were in an in-person class, you would get this really cool experience right now that you would get to try an essential oil. So I want to invite you, if you have any essential oils, if you have your doTERRA oil specifically, because doTERRA does have a higher quality and you will feel those benefits more, I invite you to go get your oils and try them on. Keep calm when you don't know what to do. Always try your doTERRA. So how do you know which essential oil to use? When I told you to just run and grab essential oil, unless you're someone like me that's been using them for years, you're probably like, well, what do I use? Okay, so here's a little quick guide for you. And it's by no means comprehensive, but it's going to cover some of your very basic concerns in which essential oils to use. So feel free to take a screenshot if that helps. And I'm just going to read down through them quick. So maybe you're feeling tired. A wonderful way to give yourself a quick pick-me-up is to use peppermint and wild orange. And you will take just a drop or 2 of each, put them on your feet, and enjoy that boost of energy you're going to get. If you have a respiratory issue, we talked about the breathe, and you can apply it directly on your chest or your throat. If you're having head tension, we talked about how frankincense can help directly impact the brain. So that's why that's in there. And peppermint is wonderful for any type of head tension or muscle discomfort. If you're feeling anxious or stressed, we talked briefly about both balance and serenity today. And they are awesome for helping you manage the stress of life, shall we say, and helping you relax and sleep deeply at night. If you're having muscle or joint discomfort, you want to grab your Aromatouch or Deep Blue Rub, and like we talked about, you want to apply it directly to that area of discomfort. If you need a mood boost, there we have a blend called Elevation. It is so comforting, so soothing, and yet uplifting, and I highly recommend that. Or if you don't have Elevation, grab one of your citrus oils, okay? Citrus oils are oils like lemon, lime, comes from a citrus fruit, okay? If you're having some hormonal mood issues, discomfort, we have a Clary Calm blend that is amazing, or you can use an oil called Clary Sage. And if you're having tummy issues, I recommend our Digestin or Lemon. So that's a quick cheat sheet for you. I hope that's useful. And tell me down in the comments, which one would you use right now? If we were in an in-person class and I was teaching you this, which oil would you grab? I'd love to know. So please tell me, okay? Right in the comments. And now you're under the influence of oils, and it makes such a big impact. See how happy this lady is? That's exactly how I feel when I grab my lavender bottle. Let me tell you, I feel happy, I feel relaxed, and it makes all the difference in the world, and you can enjoy those same benefits. So why the feet? Okay, you saw me demonstrate with my hands, and that was just for the purposes of this video. But typically we recommend on your feet. So if you messaged me, it was like, Betsy, I need an oil for this, and I would say, and put it on your feet if I was recommending topical usage. Well, here's why. It's because it's one of the easiest areas to get to in your body. It's easily absorbed through your feet. Your pores are large in your feet. And you're also getting these wonderful, amazing reflexology points, okay? So that's why the hands are a secondary place if you can't access the feet, or, like my kids, my son's ticklish, so a lot of times he uses the hands. But these reflexology points help the essential oils travel quickly through the body and through the nerves, and really get awesome benefits. So if you're familiar with reflexology or you look up some charts, you can really narrow in. And again, this is more of an advanced topic, but I just want to cover it quickly, that if you pair the reflexology points and the essential oils, you are getting dynamite, okay? It's that awesome. So in general, if you're just putting on the feet, you're probably getting it over the right reflexology point anyway, and that's going to help you too. Okay, so why doTERRA? Why doTERRA? I wish you were in person with me right now, because I would love for you to actually experience these essential oils. So if you have never tried a doTERRA essential oil, please get with me and I would be glad to help you try one. When I got into doTERRA, it was a noticeable difference, because I had been using different essential oils that I just got big box retailers and things, and they were not the quality of doTERRA. Okay, they smell stronger because they're really real. They're not like cut with synthetics or cut with a carrier. They're real oils. Okay, you can smell that purity. So an essential oil, if you think about it, it comes from a plant. It should smell like the plant it comes from. If I have a bottle of a rose, it should smell exactly like the bouquet of roses that my husband got me for Valentine's Day, and our doTERRA rose does. Okay, and I found, and this was really interesting, my friend and I, we wanted to discover what is the best essential oil. You get so much information out there and people that you don't even know, and you can't really trust. Like, what if they had some other agenda, right? So we ordered a bunch of essential oils and we sat down and we compared them side by side. And I recommend you do that. Try it and see if you can just feel that difference. We did a blind test. So we would close our eyes and the other person would have us smell the oil or try it on our skin. And with that blind test, we instinctively chose doTERRA every single time. So that was my friend Kristen, and she's now my frontline leader, and we have used exclusively doTERRA ever since. It was that big of a game changer for us. And it was because it was more effective. We could just feel that difference, and we've noticed that difference ever since. And there's less skin reactions. So we talked about the importance of a carrier, but if you're using doTERRA and you're using a very pure essential oil that's truly an essential oil, there's no chemicals, there's nothing synthetic in it, it's truly a pure, certified pure, tested grade essential oil, then there will be a difference. One of my big light bulb moments was when I had ordered a different brand, just something cheap offline, and my son had a major skin reaction from it. And when I tried the same type of essential oil, it was tea tree essential oil. When I tried the doTERRA one on it, remember he was 6 months old, he cooed at me. And that was just such a light bulb moment to me, that this is a real essential oil. And the other one I put on him, no wonder he cried, because I was putting fake chemicals on my baby that was labeled as an essential oil. So I'm very passionate about specifically doTERRA. My classes, this is what I teach. Okay, so end rant. Now, the other thing is you will get me. You will get personalized help from someone that has been using essential oils for over 7 years, since my son was 6 months old. He's 8 now. And we've used essential oils daily. I've grown a large team, and we all use essential oils, and we're all here to help. And that's why doTERRA, okay? So why did doTERRA choose a direct sales model? I think this is really important to address, because we do have a business opportunity. So if this is something that's really speaking in your heart as you're listening to me, like, how does she do that? I want to know more. This must be so cool to help empower women that are just downtrodden and need that support. if that is speaking in your heart, definitely get with me, okay? Because we do have a direct sales opportunity that's amazing. I love it. It's what I do. Okay, so why did doTERRA choose that model? They could have just packaged this bottle up and made a deal with a big retailer, and that could be doTERRA, right? But they knew that a satisfied customer is the best advertisement. Okay, so if you have anything you love, you naturally tell your best friend about it. You get some for your mom. You tell your husband to pick that up. Okay, doTERRA could have spent billions of dollars on an ad budget, but they chose, instead of paid advertising, to use word of mouth through doTERRA essential oil consultants called wellness advocates like myself. Okay, it's actually an incredibly smart business model, and the proof is that they were a billion-dollar company in only 7 years, and they've only grown ever since. Okay, and doTERRA is not tapped out. If that question came into your mind, it's not. I can tell you the growth of my team is consistent and steady and keeps increasing. It's a fantastic home business opportunity, and if you want a business overview, hit me up. Okay, I'm really happy to help out with that. Okay, so let's talk briefly about ingesting essential oils, because that can be kind of a hot button topic. So again, like we've covered several times on this class, I only recommend doTERRA essential oils because of the purity and the testing practices that doTERRA has. Essential oils from doTERRA are tested something like 5 to 7 ways, and we can get access to the actual reports of that specific essential oil batch and see the exact chemical constituents in it, everything that's in that oil. And we know that when we are taking a drop out of this bottle, we know that is a pure doTERRA essential oil and there is no substitute for it. Okay, so that is very important when we're talking about ingestion, because I only recommend ingesting doTERRA. Ingestion is your most powerful way to use essential oil. So again, all situations do not warrant ingestion. You don't have to just ingest an essential oil for anything. It's not the recommended way. But sometimes some situations require ingestion because it is the most powerful way, or maybe you want to get to a specific area within the body. So for example, the digestive system, we have a specific soft gel that's for peppermint, and it's got a special coating called an enteric coating, and it helps it get all the way down through the digestive tract exactly where you need that essential oil. So that's a perfect example of maybe a time that you would choose to ingest an essential oil over using it topically and not really getting quite at the spot that it's needed. So there's different schools of thought on ingestion, and I covered that why I'm comfortable with it, because it is doTERRA. And just ask yourself, is it necessary? Do I need to ingest it, or can I diffuse? Can I topically? And that's how I use it. If I can start out with diffusing, most of the time diffusing works for me. Other times we use topical, and then ingestion is just kind of our last resort, and it always helps, but it's the most strongest way to use it. And even with my kids, they don't ingest essential oils. It's not recommended for children. So how do you know you're getting a doTERRA oil? Well, it says doTERRA on the label, and doTERRA also has a essential oil supplement facts label on it, which is important because that means that you are safe to ingest that essential oil. Not all essential oils, even within doTERRA, are meant for ingestion. So you can tell if it has a supplement facts label on it, then you can ingest it. If it doesn't, don't ingest it. Okay? And like we talked about dilution earlier, you want to dilute your essential oils always if you choose to ingest them. So take with milk or like a fatty liquid, like even the fractionated coconut oil, you can put that in like a veggie capsule, it's called, and ingest that way. So that's just a quick overview on ingestion. It's more of an advanced, it's not really a 101 type topic, but I did want to touch briefly on it. So what is my favorite essential oil? I want to tell you about lavender. Okay, so let me get myself up here on the screen, because lavender is the first oil I tried with doTERRA. And I was going through so many issues and I was not getting any answers. And maybe you can relate to that. I mean, something made you click on this video, something made you listen to me for 30 minutes here. And probably it's that you need help, right? And you're probably not finding it with traditional means. That was my story. And my mother-in-law, she kept talking about these doTERRA essential oils, and I did not really understand what she meant. But we had been traveling, and like I said, my kids were small, and I was stressed out to the max, sleep deprived, stressed out, and I had terrible head tension, terrible discomfort in my head, and we were on our way home, but my mother-in-law and father-in-law's house was on the way, and I could not travel any further. And so I figured we would probably have to spend the night there because I was dizzy and having major discomfort, and yeah. So we stopped there, and they weren't even home, interestingly enough, but we stopped there. It was quiet, and the kids were running around. My husband and I went upstairs. And I thought, well, I will just take a hot bath. That can sometimes relax the muscles, be soothing. And so that was my plan. And on the counter, she had a bottle of the doTERRA lavender oil. And she had been talking about that, right? She'd been telling me about these doTERRA oils. And I was like, well, I better try it. So I opened the cap. And I had kind of been ordering, like I said, some other brands and things, and wasn't really getting that great results, to be honest. But when I smelled that doTERRA lavender, I knew that this was a pure essential oil, and that what I had been using before was not very good and was not a pure essential oil. That's why I was not getting the great results that everyone raves about, right? So I smelled that lavender and I felt that relaxation through my body. And I took some and I rubbed it on my head, and it just felt so good that I was like, I'm going to dump this stuff in my bath, because I had the bath running there. It was on her bathroom counter that she had the lavender just sitting there. And so I put about 5 to 10 drops. I don't really remember, probably like 5 drops of the lavender into that bath. And so I soaked in the hot water, and I enjoyed the relaxing benefits of lavender for the first time, our doTERRA lavender. And the coolest thing about this story is I was able to travel home that night. I was enough out of discomfort that I could still travel. We could get home. The kids were able to sleep in their own bed that night, and we were able to get a good night's sleep. And the next day, I called my mother-in-law and was like, I need some of these doTERRA oils. You tell me how to sign up. And she had to go ask the person she signed up, because she doesn't even do the business. But she found out for me, because I was not taking no for an answer, and I was going to get me some of those doTERRA oils. So maybe you're wondering how to get you some of these doTERRA oils. So I would love to be your guide. I would love to teach you and empower you and help you get past this stressed out, miserable state that you've been suffering in. Okay, I know how it feels. I've been there, and I can tell you that doTERRA has 100% worked for me, and it's worked so much that I'm passionately an advocate, and obviously. So I would love to be your guide. I would love to support and help you. And here's how to get me as your guide. What you're going to do is you're going to sign up for a membership. So remember, I told you that doTERRA uses consultants like me instead of selling through a retailer. And so the best way to get my support is to get what's called a membership under me. And that's not scary. It's nothing weird, so don't run away. And what you're going to do is get a 25% discount on everything you buy through that membership. And that's the biggest perk that most of my customers are interested in. And you also get my support and the support of my team. Now, do you have to do the business if you get a membership? No. There's two memberships options. One is called Wholesale Customer. And so if you only want product, that's what you'll pick. If you want the business opportunity and to be like me and empower and help other women, then by all means, you'll choose the Wellness Advocate option. And either way, once you sign up, you're going to want to message me, and I have a special gift for you. Several gifts. Okay, so how are you going to find out what oils to get and everything? Well, you're going to go to my website, and on that website, you'll find our starter kits. And so if you need any help customizing, if you need any help knowing what's best for you, for your scenario, definitely reach out to me. essentialoilswithbetsy.com/links, LINKS, and that's where you'll find information to find me on social media or to email me if you have any specific questions. Otherwise, you're going to go over to essentialoilswithbetsy.com/doTERRA kit, and that is where you're going to get signed up for your membership and join me in finding greater health, greater happiness, and more joy in your life. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this today, and I can't wait to be your essential oil guide.